Good morning. My name's Adat Lessard. I'm with 9 3/4 Coaching. This is Wisdom Wednesday. We are going through the Harry Potter series chapter by chapter, pulling out coachable moments and talking about how they might show up for you in your life. And so we are in the Chamber of Secrets. We are in chapter, I think it's 5. It's the Whomping Willow. And in this chapter, we see the Weasley family and Ron heading off to Hogwarts for the new school season, and the Weasley family manages to move through platform 9 3/4 to the Hogwarts Express, except Harry and Ron are stuck on the other side. Something has happened that has prevented them from getting onto the platform. And in that moment of panic, fear, anxiety, all of the things that come up when the situation isn't quite what you expected, they jump to conclusions, they jump to solutions, or so-called solutions. I'm going to challenge you on this one. So their solution was to go and jump in the Ford Anglia that Mr. Weasley has made magical and drive it to Hogwarts, causing a few problems because they were seen driving this vehicle to Hogwarts, and it did get them into a bit of trouble. Maybe not as much as they thought, but enough trouble. Now, here's where I want you to be challenged. In moments of crisis, in moments where things aren't going quite as you thought that they should or that you would like them, and there's a bit of panic, fear, anxiety, any of those things that come into play, I want you to stop for just 1 second. First, I want you to assess, is my life in danger? Am I at risk of serious injury to myself? If neither one of those two cases, neither one of those come into play in the situation, stop for a little bit longer and think about what's going on. If one of those two are in play, take action. Get yourself into a safe place. Don't have any hesitation there. But if you are not at risk of physical injury or worse, I want you to stop, and I want you to breathe, and I want you to think about what's going on. Give your brain time to process what the situation is. Now, this is a difficult one for teens because teens are going through a redevelopment stage in their brains and things get moved around. So you need to give your brain even more time to process what's happening. Now, as you're processing what's happening, I want you to start taking inventory. What are the facts? What's actually happened? So in Ron and Harry's case, the fact is they can't get onto the platform. The fact is the Weasley family is on the other side. The fact is that the Hogwarts Express has left or is about to leave, and they're not going to catch that Hogwarts Express to school. The fact is they're stuck on the other side in London, on the platform, and they have no Muggle money. They are stranded per se. But what else is going on? What else could they have done? Why could they not have waited for Mr. and Mrs. Weasley? Eventually they would have noticed that the two boys weren't present. Eventually they would have had to cross back through the platform to take the Ford Anglia home. They would have discovered the boys. At the same time, Harry had his owl. Harry had Hagrid with him. There is no reason why he couldn't have deployed Hagrid to take a message to Hogwarts, to get a message to those people that needed to have that message, that they were stuck on the other side. They could have hung out for a little while. Instead, they rushed the decision. They didn't gather their facts. They didn't take their time. So I want you to take the time to gather your facts, to look at what the options are. Create plans. Plan A, we're going to wait and see when the Weasleys come out. Maybe they can help us. If they take too long, if something prevents them from coming out on the other side, well, we can send an owl. and we can look at what are our other plans that we could potentially put into place. So when you're in those situations of crisis, of stress, of anxiety, a situation you're uncomfortable with, check that you're safe physically, no harm's physically going to come to you. Take a big deep breath, calm yourself, take some time, gather your facts, create a plan, and work the plan. It is much better than rushing into a decision that's going to cause you problems later on. So that's my tip for this week. I hope that it is beneficial to you. I hope that you get some value. I love hearing your feedback and comments. I do welcome them. And if you have any questions where you're uncomfortable sending them to me on a public forum, certainly send me a private message. You can do that through my website, 9 3/4coaching.com. I have a form that you can fill in, or feel free to email me, adette.lessard@ 9 3/4coaching.com. Look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Have a great week. Bye now.